And Khabib, no one really knows this, but this guy can tell you 1950s champions of the, like whatever stat of soccer you can ask him, he'll know. Everyone that's known Seedorf is just like, you admire him for the way he plays. He's a fucking powerhouse. Fires at top bins. Like top bins I've never seen.
Yo, Seedorf, they're 12, chill.
How am I gonna hate on a guy for feeding his family?
Shut up.
Is it time to get to the Ronaldo Messi debate?
Is there a debate, bro? I don't know. I don't know, man.
No, like Neymar's my guy.
We're talking about Messi or Ronaldo.
It's always bringing
Bro, like ask me Neymar question.
You guys got your Madrid history? I'm gonna test you
How
guys.
deep we going? How deep we going?
1935. Let's talk about Madrid's first UCL in the 50s, bro.
I know like winners and that stuff, but like how many goals this guy scored this season? Like that's where it's like.
Nah, I'm just joking.
What's up, guys? It's Jay Zinho here, and we're back with another episode of the Footy Culture podcast. Got some very special guests today. A couple Madridistas in the house. We've had some pre-pod banter. Legends. We're going to get all into that, but you guys are also doing some big things here in the local footy community with Seedorf Khabib Performance Club, SK. You guys are killing it, man. I've been seeing you guys doing some big things. Obviously, huge collab in terms of those two generational athletes building a footy center club here in Toronto. It's crazy, right? Yeah. So, like, I just want to get into that. Like, how did you guys get started with that? How did you guys link up with Seedorf, Khabib? How did that all start?
Yeah, I'll let you take that one.
You want me to take this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a small world, man. It's one of our close friends. They had the connection with Seedorf, and they kind of introduced him to, what Toronto's about. I guess you guys can all agree too. Toronto is a place where there's an insane amount of talent and like
Multicultural.
Multicultural.
You got Brazilians who bring that samba. You got everything, right?
Everything, like all cultures, and all like different paths of life too. And they noticed it here. Someone introduced them to the idea of like making soccer to what it, or we call it football, making football to what it is in Canada, because there's something missing here. You guys know this too.
100%, bro.
100%. There's a void in Canadian football, and like, so they're introduced to the idea. And Khabib, no one really knows this, but this guy can tell you 1950s champions of the, like whatever stat of soccer you can ask him, he'll know.
Really?
Which I don't want to assume. Yeah, it's because a UFC legend.
He's a Madridista
he's
too.
a
Bro.
Madridista too.
Of course.
That's confirmed.
Ronaldo gold everything.
Yeah.
I've seen clips of him playing. Like he's all right, bro. He's not that bad.
He's sick.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do
man.
runs and everything. They played with him in Dubai as well. But yeah, so they've had a lot of meetings in Dubai, and they now have one in Dubai. SK Performance Club is now in Dubai, Morocco, and in Canada too, which is fucking huge. But yeah, we had the opportunity. They brought me over to the summer camp when it first started, and I was like, fuck, like I was stressing. I'm like, oh, I love this player. Like everyone that's known Seedorf is just like, you admire him for the way he plays. He's a fucking powerhouse. Like, and so we got the connection, and he was the first coach that I actually linked, and it's sick. Yeah, like
In July last year, we had like this inaugural like training camp where it was actually free to anyone come. They opened it up for
That's
1
nice.
week at Downsview. It was like anyone come, wanted to get the name out. So we did that for a week. It was like from 10 to 4 p.m. full day camp. We had kids from like 6 years old, 7 years old, all the way to like 14, like good experienced rep players, right? So we had that 1 week of camp. Then you fast forward to September is when it got like really serious. So this is how it kind of worked. In September, we rented space at Vaughan Trioplex.
Yeah.
Sportsplex, sorry.
Yeah.
And then the Seedorf and some of his partners brought on this guy Luis from Brazil.
Okay.
He's got experience in like first team coaching in Brazil, like heavily involved. He's like a personal trainer on the side in Brazil. Like they go crazy for football.
100%,
He's
bro.
been attached to football his whole life. They brought him here, and he kind of spearheaded the whole thing. We would train 4 times a week. One of the weeks was coaches session, like just to like kind of get around the methodology they want us to use. You're talking like Seedorf Khabib, right? They wanted to implement like the way they go about their training into it. It's the little things that matter. Obviously, it wasn't anything crazy. You're teaching football to kids, right? It's not like do this crazy drill, but the little things, they wanted to instill it on us so that, we actually kind of bring what they're trying to get out, So that's how it went. We trained 4 times a week. 1 day a week. It was coaches session. Went from September all the way to June.
And what SK is, it's like we don't play any games. We don't participate in tournaments. It's a strict like performance academy, and we just partnered with FitLight too. So it's a company we've been working with in the past, but we just announced our partnership with them, and they just make training sessions like way more enhanced.
Yeah.
They have I don't know if you guys saw the video I posted. I don't know if you saw it, but
Yeah, I've seen like some like the B-roll footage.
they use like censored lights basically, and it's a way to get your brain moving. It's a methodology that we're trying to introduce to Canadian football players, and it's getting your brain working while you're playing football, right? So let's say we're doing a passing drill, right? We're passing, and there's these lights behind you that you don't know which one's gonna light up. So it gives you the thought of, okay, I have to always check my shoulder. Because a lot of players,
scanning,
their head's just down, right? Their head's always down. So what they do is they're forced to check their shoulders, and it just gets instilled in their brain, and they actually apply that in real games. So it changes the way they play. But yeah, the way SK Performance is, it's strictly performance academy. It's for players that want to either get better or learn football in the right way. So you can go and play for your Vaughan team from, let's just say, Monday to Thursday. Friday you come in and you practice with us, and that's how you make the starting 11. Let's just say if you're a bench player or whatever it is, that's how you make the starting 11. But
no, that's proper, because I think that's what the kids need. Like, yeah, you're with your club side, but you have that extra training where you're really working on those technical aspects. Yeah, I think that's so important. But I want to know, what was that first meeting with Seedorf like? Like, how did it go down? Like, what were you feeling? What was the reaction?
Like for me, I was starstruck. Like me and my dad would always talk about it. We just admired him for how much of a powerhouse he was. And then when he was in front of me, I was like, holy shit.
It's actually him in front of me.
This is actually happening. For me, like, I didn't know that I had the job for sure back then. They knew it in their head. But for me, I was like, holy fuck. It felt like a trial. It felt like I was, you know what I mean? Like, they're all serious. They're all there 6 a.m. Cones are set up. I'm like, holy fuck. Yeah. But yeah, I was like shell shocked. I was like starstruck for sure.
Especially like being a Madridista.
Yeah, Madridista is like man.
That's
love Seedorf.
Different type of level of starstruck.
Yeah.
It's even crazy because he's like tight with Ronaldo, Kaká,
100%,
Zidane, Ronaldinho. He's always with them, right? So you see this guy like ties with the not just like average guys, the best footballers of all time.
Facts.
So you're like,
comes
this
in one
guy
day
is part of that crew, you know?
FaceTiming Ronaldo.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, what's this guy doing in Vaughan, bro?
What is he doing in Vaughan?
Literally. But man, like, he's an amazing guy.
That's
and like
crazy.
one thing about, meeting someone is the more you're around them, the more you realize they're just humans too. They're
For
regular
sure,
human being too. One thing about Seedorf, he's a very noble man.
Yeah.
He's very morally good. He's very professional. He's kind of like the way when you were a kid, how you thought professional athletes would act off the field and off the court. That's how he acts, right? Very professional, well-spoken.
Very humble.
Very humble.
Yeah, very
great
humble,
attention
man.
to detail. Always scanning, even in those days, just it's built in him, right? So fantastic guy, and you learn a lot from him. He's like a great mentor to have, for real. Yeah.
He's crazy too. Like not all the time, but once a week, let's just say he goes and like rips a volley. Fires it top bins. Like top bins I've never seen.
Yo, Seedorf, they're 12. Chill.
This guy's like more ripped than all of us. Like, it's
Crazy, man. So fit.
Like once in a while, he rips a shot or does this move where you're like, okay, this is like you
This is
forget
proper,
sometimes,
bro.
right? Because he's just like when he coaches, he expects us to do everything, and he's watching us, right?
Yeah.
But like once in a while, he rips that volley, like right away, top corner.
Everyone's quiet.
Everyone's
Everyone's just like, yo.
crazy. I swear.
It's also really special when he says like little stories about like his teammates, ex-teammates. When we were coaching, he'd be like, when I was at Milan with Ronaldinho, he would do this, and just hearing that this guy saw it firsthand, and he's actually speaking from seeing it like in real life, not just from a YouTube video or anything. This guy experienced it. It's like you get chills from that stuff,
That's a different type of background he has, and not many people not many trainers have. Like, oh, I've been with Ronaldo. This is how he does it. This is how he does it. I would suggest you kids to do this. Like,
man.
That's stuff that not most trainers can provide, and that's what's so special with having Seedorf there with you guys, right?
Yeah. Not even like a lot of professional football players, like a lot of them went on, did different things with their career,
but not at his level.
Not at his level,
man.
It's
Not
crazy.
even close.
And the connections he has, like buddy's just FaceTiming Lewandowski.
What?
We're just chilling. Buddy's FaceTiming.
Actually?
Yeah, he's FaceTimed a lot of like big people, like our
Like
buddy,
at the camp there.
like at the camp or in front of like one of our close, the person that brought us on, Neymar, like the amount of story. I wish he was here today. He'll come back hopefully.
100%,
next time.
for sure.
But he'll tell you like the most insane stories. He's with them everywhere when they go to Dubai.
That's
World
crazy.
Cup. Yeah, that's crazy.
I was gonna ask you guys, like, you're obviously coaching like alongside him. What's like the biggest thing you guys have learned from being alongside him, coaching with him?
Honestly, I'll go back, man. So like we do it in groups, right? So sometimes like Arash and I will be with like the U9s, he'll be with like the U14s. And the one thing is at the end of practice, when you're doing it in groups, it's hard to like, you know, pay attention to every kid and see what their weaknesses and strengths are. At the end of the practice, when he debriefs us, he knew every single strength and weakness from each kid. Even if like they didn't even touch the ball, they weren't even involved, he knew everything. Like that was big, right? He just totally understood his environment and just was prepared for it. And that's one thing I really took away from him. He was so attentive to everything around him, always intact with his, you know, his emotions and the way he acted. Very professional.
Interesting.
What about you?
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Like after practice, you would just name like 5 different things where like it would slip your mind. You're like, I didn't think he would notice it, but and just like being effective with the way you teach kids. Like for me, like I was going and teaching some of these kids and they wouldn't understand it when I first started, right? And then Seedorf would come hop in 10 seconds. He teaches the guy exactly what I was.
He
trying to teach him
resonates
for
with
5
them.
minutes. So like just like being a sponge with like that, like with Seedorf's information that he gives us, it's crazy. Like I wouldn't trade that for like $1 million, I swear.
I'll add one last thing too, really special and really interesting too. So Seedorf, Luis, the coach I was talking about, and also they brought on other guys too at the beginning, like this one medical director for like one of the national teams in Brazil too, like really experienced guys. They put such an emphasis on their cognitive training, like building up. Not so much, don't worry about the passing and the shooting. We need to build up their cognitive ability. So much emphasis on it. So that's part of the stuff about the methodology and the training. Like, they really didn't care about how well you were kicking the ball right now. They were like, we really need to work on, like, exercising their brains, stimulating their brain. That's how they'll eventually become a better footballer. And honestly, I kind of grown to understand where he's coming from too, right? It's not about how fast you can kick the ball at a young age. Can you have that mental gauge of where you need to go and
where you need to be on the field, when to pass, when to turn,
exactly.
when to. That's the stuff that kids aren't learning.
Exactly.
They're learning how to be fit. They're learning how to be on the ball, but it's being off the ball sometimes that's the most important, right?
Yeah.
So
you guys being Barca fans too, I was gonna say, like, obviously one thing I really admire from Messi is the amount of times he checks his shoulder, or like, you know, just looks around before even getting the ball. It can be on the other side of the field, and he's always, you know, checking his shoulder. So it is definitely something that
that's needed.
It's
all the pros.
No, and it's something that's missing from the Canadian system too.
Yeah.
Which is why the fact that they brought this to Toronto, which is crazy, and they're teaching these kids, bro, you don't need to be the fastest, you don't need to be the strongest. Use your head to get out of these situations. Like, it's different. And which is why, like, what they're doing here in Toronto, it's crazy. Yeah.
It's a lovely thing. It's a lovely thing.
Yeah, I also want to ask you guys. You guys kind of touched on it a little bit, but do you have, like, from your personal experiences, like, a good Seedorf story?
A good Seedorf.
Oh, yeah, I do actually.
Let us know.
Let's hear it, bro.
Yeah. So we were doing, like I said, we did the coaches training once a week. He came in for this one too. He was in town. It was Luis, guy. Him and Seedorf were running it. So we were doing some like drills as coaches on basically how to do the exercise. So with like the ladder steps, the cones, shifting, this and that. I was doing a ladder step drill, and he was showing us how to do it. And he was watching me. I think Luis was watching him. And the way I was going about it, apparently I was shaking like my ass a lot.
This guy was twerking out there. Right?
So I was like shaking my ass. I finished it, whatever, he regroups. And then we're all like, that's good. Yeah, Seedorf's debriefing. And then he's like, yeah, but Soroush, you're shaking your ass a lot. And then he just grabs, he's like laughing, all this stuff. I was like, no, that was a funny story.
That's crazy.
That was hilarious. He's twerking while he's
doing it. Throwing it in a circle,
bro.
Everyone's uncomfortable.
And then he just breaks into a laugh. I was like, dang, yeah, let's go, man. Let's go.
Seedorf's just like, yeah.
For me, like, my funny story, like, it's like Seedorf's a very serious guy, but when he wants to be funny, he's like hilarious. For me, like, I broke my finger really badly. Oh shit! I had a cast on, and I remember when I first saw him, I would shake his hand, but this whole spot was casted, and just my thumb was
like
up.
the Benzema cast.
Like the Benzema cast.
Okay.
You thought you were Korean.
Yeah, he was Korean. With the haircut too and everything, bro.
So Seedorf would come up to me. It's like an inside joke now. He comes up to me like this, like he shakes my hand in a weird way, because when I would shake it, he's like, "This feels like a fucking lobster claw." So like even now, my hand's like fully good now, but when I see him, he just comes up to me like.
Literally.
So it's sick to see. Like, imagine the Clarence Seedorf. You can run into him anywhere, like if I'm in Dubai, wherever. He'll always have that inside joke with
that's
me.
Mad,
and, like, remember
bro.
her name, so it's sick. It's cool.
No, that's crazy, because Seedorf is one of those guys. We all watched him growing up. He's one of those like classic legends that he resonates with your childhood almost, which
so
is
much.
crazy.
That's the best way to put it.
Well said. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, so the fact that you guys are able to like learn from him, coach alongside him, really taking all that knowledge he has, like it's crazy. Like where do you guys see like SK going? Like how do you see the growth? Like do you see it expanding maybe throughout more in Canada?
Yeah.
Like what do you think is like the benefit that's gonna come out of this?
I definitely think it's a work in progress right now. Like you said, like you guys built up this pod too. This is year 3 running. You know, you got to put in the effort right there too, right? So we had our first season. It went well. We definitely want to improve going into next season. Like maybe have it. Some things we struggled with this year was the timing. It was a bit too early for us, 5 to 6 p.m. We struggled to get there early enough. We were there on time, but some days we couldn't get there early enough to set up on time. We're working on that. I shouldn't have said that actually.
No, but that's just like, you know, he's right though. Like the times when we say 5, it was literally 5 to 6 p.m. rush hour time every single day.
Yeah, it's hard. Right?
Every day. Like for me, like I'm in real estate, so I was always able to like work around it. But all of these guys, they're working every single day.
Exactly.
And they have to dedicate, like literally, it's not like he would literally be like, he would finish up work, wrap everything up, he's in the car,
head out my car
right away,
4:45, 4:30.
Yeah, and it's a weird time. It's a 1 hour session, 5 to 6, and like it was for people that, you know, if they had a training session from like 7 to 9 at the Vaughan Sportsplex, they were able to do both of them.
Right.
But yeah, there was a lot of like sacrifices when we first started. And I feel like a lot of like established people, what they do is for the first year they kind of just see if like you're not worth their time. I don't know how to say this, but like they kind of test you.
For sure, yeah.
It's like a trial run for like the coaches that are like in that academy, and bro, we worked our asses off. Me, him, and it was funny. When I was the first coach to join, and right away I thought, like, this guy fucking like this guy needs to be on this academy because he was the type of guy when we would lose soccer games, doesn't talk to anyone. Walking to the car like cussing under his breath.
like that
it was
too.
those places. I admire his passion, even though I was his teammate all the time. He would, you know, scream at me sometimes. I admire his passion for the work.
And you guys like that?
Yeah. I hate shaking hands after a game when I lose. I'm like, really, bro? Take my jersey off and whoever comes like to me and like shakes my hand, I'll shake their hand. But I'm not going to someone to shake their hand. I'm walking to my stuff. Yeah. If someone comes to me, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm walking to my stuff. I hate losing. It's the worst.
Yeah.
No, it's true. I mean, growing up, like you have these different kinds of styles, right? But like speaking of growing up, you guys came in here. You guys are Madrid fans.
Yes, sir.
You guys just rolled into this like Barca. Like head up, talking your like early shit before the pod. Why Madrid? Why did you guys start? Like, what made you guys gravitate to Madrid growing up? And how long have you guys even been Madrid fans?
Yeah. So I loved Kaká growing up. He was my favorite player. So like, you know, when you're 9, 10, my dad didn't really watch football too. So like, I didn't really have a team to kind of go towards. Right? It was just kind of watching football, appreciating it. And I loved Kaká so much. And then, so I started off as a Milan guy just because of Kaká, you know. I was like 9, 10, you know, me earlier, younger than that.
Yeah.
He came to Madrid in 09 with Ronaldo. I started liking Ronaldo too. They brought that, you know, passion. Ronaldo's first year, wow. Came in, dominated. I was like, you know what, like, by like the time I was like 12 or 13, I was like, okay, I like Madrid, man. Like, this is where it's at. But it was tough, man, because Barca was really good during those times too, man. Barca
winning Bare La Ligas.
Bare La Ligas. Like, you know, you guys
weren't winning shit, though.
You guys were winning a lot, bro. We snuck that one La Liga, though. Beautiful one.
Unfortunately, you joined the dark side.
Yeah.
For me, it was since, I would say grade 4. When they had the super team with R9 back
Galacticos,
then. Yeah. It's really easy to like Real Madrid back then. But I was in grade 4 when that happened. So like it was grade 4 or 5. Yeah, so I fell in love with them ever since then. Obviously when Ronaldo joined too, I just became a bigger fan, and I just never switched sides. So that's kind of how we
So what on the flip side, you Barca trio, huh? How Barca, man?
Yo, low-key, I was the same way with Kaká, bro.
No way.
Kaká was my favorite player because I'm Brazilian, right?
Okay.
So Kaká was my favorite player. I seen him go to Madrid, so I went the other way.
No way.
I'm like, yo, that cheesed me so hard. I'm like, why did this team have to take Kaká away from Milan? So I'm like, nah, let me go to the rival.
Oh, yeah, so you like Milan like earlier growing up too, right?
Yeah.
Because of Kaká, eh?
Yeah.
Nice.
But then I went to Barca. watched like in and around there, but what really got me hooked was when Neymar went.
Oh yeah.
Because Neymar was like, I see Neymar start career to present, right?
Yeah.
So
We all
when he
did.
joined Barca, that just amplified things, and that's like my GOAT. Like Neymar will forever be my
Yeah?
GOAT, favorite player, my best player, like ever. Like I'll never leave his side.
Yeah.
He's just that guy for me.
He'll never leave his side. You don't know you like that, bro.
So that do us apart.
Our buddy Stu, one of the other coaches, he's the same with Neymar too.
Yeah.
He loves Neymar. It's his favorite player.
But I feel like you always fall in love to a team by a player.
Mhm.
Usually, yeah.
You said Kaká.
Yeah.
For me, it was Dinho. When
Dinho,
I saw
for
Dinho
sure.
playing, it's like, oh my gosh,
Something
Yeah, yeah.
it's something different, you know. And that's how I fell in love with Barcelona.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question on this topic. How far the gap? I'm not putting one above the other. I'll let you guys do it. How far is the gap between Ronaldinho and Neymar?
I mean,
Ability-wise,
Every ability-wise and
things
take their
considered-
career.
all
All
things
things considered, career too.
well, the thing is with Dinho, he has like all the accolades. He's won pretty much everything: World Cup, Copa America,
Ballon d'Or,
Ballon d'Or. He has
Champions League.
pretty much every trophy.
Mhm.
The thing is, Neymar, I think, is the better player. He has the better numbers. Some say aesthetically better. Thing is,
we got a little shake
I gotta
over
say,
there.
the thing is, I fell in love with football because of Ronaldinho.
Okay,
But I don't let that cloud my bias.
okay,
And I say Neymar is a better player.
that's very fair.
So I have Neymar over Dinho. Even though I love them both, I got Neymar.
That was a good answer.
And the thing is, too, Ronaldinho only had a short peak, bro.
That's what people
Very
forget a
short
lot
peak.
from a lot of those people in the players in the 2000s. They weren't playing for 15, 20 years
Mhm.
too, you know?
The thing with Neymar, he was consistent for 10 years.
Yeah,
and
10
those 10
years.
years, he was literally carrying
Yeah,
Brazil.
exactly.
Like Ronaldinho had legends by his side, like R9, Adriano, Robinho, Kaká, all those mans. Neymar, pretty much no one, bro.
All right, let's see the devil's advocate. Let's go.
Understandable, bro. But if you're asking me what career path I'm taking, even though Dino's was very short, I'm taking Dino's. He's won almost everything you can win. You know, Neymar obviously is a great player. Neymar has a street, but Ronaldinho has the streets.
Yeah, he
100%,
does. He
bro.
does.
Different
He's
gravy.
a lot. I'm pretty sure Neymar modeled his career towards
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Ronaldinho, right?
100%.
And for a player like Ronaldinho to have such a great career in such a small time,
Yeah.
such a short period of time, it's just like, man.
So he
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
I wanna
fair.
hear. I wanna hear your
Neymar didn't
reason.
model his career after Ronaldinho.
No?
Robinho was
Really?
Robinho.
Robinho.
Robinho was his idol, yeah.
Oh, he spoke about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Robinho was his idol. Like for me, I'm always like, not with these guys, but with people like non-Barca fans, I'm always going at people like trying to defend Neymar any way I can. Like he mentioned, people don't realize 10 years at the top. 2010, he was top 10 for Ballon d'Or in the Brazilian league. Fast forward to the present, well, now he just left Europe. But fast forward, still in Europe, still top 5 player on the planet, dominating. No other Brazilian could say that. Everyone's favorite Brazilians, Ronaldinho, R9, Adriano. Bro, 3 years at the top, 4 years. Like, you got to respect Neymar for being that consistent. You could say the injuries and whatever, but still 10 years at the top level in Europe at the best clubs. Can't take that away from him.
At the best clubs.
Yeah, Barca, PSG, those are top clubs.
Arguably the
PSG.
best.
Top
Okay,
clubs.
so now that we're on this topic, I want to ask you, what do you think about the Neymar move to the Saudi league?
Oh,
And I have a point that I want
He's
to make, but
hurt by it.
I want to hear kind of what you have to say.
You're
about
asking
that.
the most biased guy ever.
we're gonna go around. We're gonna go around.
He's already saying it's the top 5 league.
I'm with you though.
Yo,
Ronaldo prop. I'm with you.
How am I gonna hate on a guy for feeding his family?
Shut Guy said feeding his family, bro.
Like if he's poor, like this move to Saudi.
Everybody's eating mac and cheese for
we know his son's a little chubby, but come on, bro.
It's like before he joined Saudi, he was eating like macaroni and cheese.
Yeah,
Bro, this guy
Nah,
was living
bro.
in billion-dollar houses.
He was on minimum wage at PSG.
The way I look at it, he didn't have a lot of choices at this present moment. They don't want him at PSG. Mbappe hates him. The fans hate him. And no other club in Europe could afford him. So if he wanted some kind of sanity and happiness, he went to Saudi, took the bag. You seen his presentation.
Yeah,
Bro, they love him.
Yeah.
Bro, he's actually getting love and respect that he wasn't getting at PSG at all.
Yeah.
So, I wanted him back at Barca, of course.
Was he a free agent?
No, they paid
No.
100 mil for the transfer
Oh,
fee,
shoot,
just
yeah,
for
I
the
knew
fee.
that.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I was gonna say one thing with the arguments behind like if Neymar's legacy is gonna get ruined if he goes to the Saudi League. My argument with that was, after Barca, he should have went directly into the EPL if he cared about reputation.
Should have stayed at Barca, bro.
Yeah, or stayed at
100%.
Barca, right? Because now they're cooked right now. Barca's in a lot of trouble. I'm kidding.
You're not wrong, fam. You're not wrong.
We'll get into that later.
But yeah, like I just wanted to like mention, like for me, like his legacy went out the window when he went to PSG.
Hey,
I
that's
think,
why you're my guy.
Yeah, no, like I genuinely think that.
100%
I think that like if he went to EPL, like I don't want to say Serie A, but if he went to EPL right after Barca, and which he would have went crazy on like a Chelsea team or whatever it was, I think his legacy would have been way more like fermented than other players.
For sure.
I think the Saudi league's a great move. I think he can buy better mac and cheese for his family. Truffle butter.
But no, you're right. Like, bro, people forget Neymar's been at PSG for 6 years.
Yeah.
And what has he won there?
Air trophies.
League titles.
A lot of Ligue 1 titles, bro.
Ask anyone, and league titles in Ligue 1 are nothing. That's like winning the Bundesliga every year.
Yeah, the Super Cup.
Come on, bro. They made a Champions League once, finals once.
Yeah.
Okay.
With Neymar.
And Mbappe scores a top in. He's a Champions League winner with PSG. It's small margins.
He also has a World Cup.
It's small margins.
Neymar hasn't won anything at PSG.
Bare trophies. Everything but UCL.
Nothing that matters. Come on, let's be real.
Okay,
let's
but
be real.
not
But it's
everyone-
PSG. PSG are a loser club, bro. They're not gonna win the
And
CL.
look, so exactly, why did he go there? He ruined his career.
The thing, yeah, he did, but that's
He
his
ruined his
mistake.
career.
He
And
wanted to
the-
be away from the shadow of Messi, but then Messi came afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
And I think going to Saudi even added more on top of that. Like he knew, like I think he didn't know, but like people know that him going to Saudi is like, bro, like come on, like this is the one time you're finally leaving PSG. You can make up. You can make it up. You know, go somewhere where you can, you know, come back. You know, maybe go to EPL. There were Man U shots. And who knows if that was gonna happen? But Barcelona wanted you back. If you really wanted to go to a team, bring your wages down. A lot of players have done that before. You know what I mean?
That's the question I ask a lot too, but I don't see that side, so I feel like I'm.
I understand. Like we don't see that side, of course.
Yeah, but I
like,
always thought, why don't they lower their wages?
If you really like, he said he loves
Like 10
Barcelona.
million.
There's people who say I love
Apparently,
this team.
Xavi didn't want him though.
You'll do anything to go back to a team that you want to go to. Come on, And
Coach doesn't want him.
Coach
though.
doesn't want him, bro.
There's ways. There's better.
No, wait. Imagine Seedorf didn't want these guys. Are they at SK?
I'll tell you no.
That's different. Bro.
You can't just force your way there, bro.
You can't say that Saudi was the only team asking for him. There was no way Saudi was the only team. You see a lot of players after like,
It's a gamble though.
but you see a lot of players saying, "Oh, especially when they get retired, like, oh, you went to this, but why didn't you go to this team?" He's like, "Oh yeah, there was like 7 teams that wanted me, but I went to this team." They don't tell you at that point, but there was definitely more than just Saudi.
Maybe no one wanted him, bro.
No, bro, no one wants Neymar. What's wrong with
Nah,
you?
it's a gamble. He's injury prone. He's 31 years old now. Still expensive too. Like,
That's
tough,
the wages, bro.
bro, it's tough.
Chelsea would have won him for sure.
Chelsea would have
Come
been
on.
sick
I saw
on
that.
Chelsea. I hate Chelsea, but I think he would have been really good on Chelsea. That's like what they
100%.
need.
So the topic of Madrid, Chelsea, Barca. I want you guys to rank these players 1 to 5.
Jeez.
Okay.
Jude, Pedri, Gavi, Enzo, and Camavinga.
Holy.
1 to 5. You can give a 1 to 3 if there's too many.
He just named bare players, bro.
5.
Some
I'll
different
sum it down to-
profiles in there though.
Name the
That's
top
tough.
3 out of,
Yeah,
out
top
of that
3.
5.
Wait,
Top
okay,
three?
what Camavinga are we getting? The goalkeeper Camavinga, left back.
Right now, center mid. Center mid.
I'll go first.
Yeah, go first.
I'll say Pedri 1.
Okay, yeah, fair. You guys are Barca.
Pedri 1. Bellingham 2. Gavi 3.
Okay.
Nah, I wouldn't put Gavi
Gavi?
3, bro.
I'll put Gavi
I
3.
wouldn't put him
Gavi
3.
over-
Youngest
You put Gavi over Enzo?
youngest
That's what I was
starter in
gonna say,
Spanish
bro.
history.
Come
Still,
on,
man.
bro.
Bro,
Still.
they're different profiles. Obviously, you see a Camavinga, he might be a little more talented naturally, but look what Gavi brings to the pitch. He brings Grinta at 17.
I'll give the top 2. I think Pedri and Jude are interchangeable,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah,
think the
agreed.
third, for me, respectfully, is Enzo. Bro, honestly, I see him at Chelsea too. We watch Chelsea because we have 2 friends who are really big Chelsea fans. So every time they drop points, we gotta let them know.
Yeah.
So I watch a little bit of Chelsea. He's actually really fantastic. I'm not gonna lie.
He
Very
is really
fantastic.
good. It's just unfortunate he hasn't. I don't think he's won a game yet.
No,
or-
he hasn't. He hasn't.
That's where he has one. He has one win.
Three league wins, I think, in Chelsea
In like
shirt.
how
Yeah.
many months?
Like 6 or something.
like that, bro.
But yeah, no, he's definitely a good player. I just feel like I have to see not more from him, but I don't know.
You'll
I
see.
guess consistency wise, more from him.
We got the
But
top
I
3.
have to agree with Jay. I think.
Yeah, you
Fair
got
enough.
Gavi 3rd.
Bro,
I don't know,
Gavi,
man.
For him to come and start the youngest starter in the Spain team. You know what I mean? Like it's
That is a big feat.
It's
actually.
a big feat. It's Spain, dude. It's not like
and like
anyone could just copy into that team.
He's pretty much starting for Barca week in, week out.
Yeah.
Like that's nothing to like
He
scoff
didn't
at.
start last week.
Yeah, but like most of the time. Most of the time.
I don't know, man. Me personally, like you said, Jude and Pedri are interchangeable. Again, they're different profiles, so it depends like what you want out of the player, right?
Fair enough.
But the way my team plays, I'd have Pedri, right? Jude second, not far off though, and then
Not far
third,
off.
I'd have Enzo, man.
Yeah.
Like
Fair enough.
I love Gavi, but Enzo's a special player,
I
bro.
like no, I've seen Enzo play. He's really good.
We
Really
can agree
talented.
that Jude and Pedri 1 and 2 for sure.
Yeah,
for
100%.
sure, for sure.
Do you guys think Bellingham is your best player? Like right now?
Right
Right
now,
now.
the past 2 games, he has been.
Not even necessarily on form, but like, is he the best player on your team?
What he brought,
the
what
moment.
he brings like that green tattoo, bro. He walks, talks, plays like a full-grown man. He's what, 19, 20?
Yeah, bro.
His strength, he can carry the ball, he can pass the ball, he can score, he's an aerial threat. I never really watched him before at Dortmund. I saw him in England at the World Cup, but now I'm taking him in. He's fantastic.
Special, bro. Special player.
He was.
I want to
nasty,
see a
though.
little bit more. I think I still give it to Vini just because of all he's done for us. I will say I think Vini's our best player, but Bellingham I think right now is second for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
For
with
sure.
that.
Interesting.
I would say like if you gave it like another year or two,
Yeah.
maybe we'd come back, change your answer.
With
but
Courtois out, I think Courtois would be second because he's a
Yeah.
monster. But
Yeah.
Bellingham right now, yeah, I'll give it second.
Vinny's done too much for the team to just give it to Jude.
Yeah.
this year,
yeah,
too.
yeah.
There's a little like cheeky debate that I see every now and then. Vini versus Rodrygo. Who's the better footballer? I got Rodrygo.
You
got
Rodrygo,
Yeah,
eh?
I got Rodrygo.
Why do you got Rodrygo?
Oh yeah,
I think he's more talented. I think he could do more things on a football pitch than Vini. He's a way better finisher.
You gotta
Way
finish,
better.
yeah, just finish.
Way better finisher.
Yeah, he's looking at me like.
Yo, that's all I got.
No, I got more.
No, you're good.
Playmaking. I'm taking Rodrygo. Skill moves, obviously not. Vinny's faster, but pure dribbling, I still might take Rodrygo.
Ooh.
One thing I will say though, Rodrygo actually does play left. Like he was a left wing.
That's his natural position.
That's his natural position. He does play on the right, so he was limited, and you see him now getting used to it. Every time Ancelotti put him on the left side when Vinny was out or something, he would have magical games. He scored big goals, super
Yep.
big goals. for us.
Champions League goals too, bro.
Champions League
Clutch,
goals,
yeah.
it's sick.
Can't take anything away from him, but I think Vinny is a cheat code sometimes.
He is, bro.
And that some defenders just can't contain him. That's why. I think he's just a cheat code with his pace and his ability to just push the ball forward. Like you saw it against Reece James, what he did. Like he just tormented him like at times, man. That's why I give it to you. But Rodrygo was playing out of position too, and at left wing he's just as fantastic. So I understand exactly what you're saying.
I think they gotta give him the keys, bro.
They do now. Now we switch the formation too, like because
You like the formation?
We're not playing Joselu number 9, right? So
It's like a-
Joselu. Yeah, sorry.
It's like a 4-4.
It's a 4-3-1-2
yeah.
right now. Jude
Yeah.
as the number 10, and then we have left and right striker Vini and Rodrygo. And we haven't lost yet. Rodrygo, when he plays as a striker, sometimes like at the number 9 we put him would never work.
Mm-hmm.
Interested to see how it works. Jude's been scoring our goals. That can't be sustainable really long term. Like we
Yeah,
need to get
no.
Rodrygo and Vini scoring.
Yeah.
Vini scored, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
2-0.
we need a player to fill that like Benzema void.
Yeah.
Yo, is Mbappe coming or what?
I hope so, man.
Brother,
Say this
I
every
muted.
year.
I don't know if you guys are on FT. I muted all the Madrid zone, Madrid extra
Madrid
ball.
zone.
Madrid
Every
zone.
time I wake up, Mbappe is coming
Yeah.
today. Quoted Marca. I'm like, dude, what are you guys saying? man?
80% closer to coming.
Yeah,
like, bro.
80% closer. 15 tweets in 1 hour. I'm like, I got so like disappointed over the last year's saga that I just muted it when it came transfer time. So I didn't really keep up with it. If he came,
Man.
he came. But we'll see.
That guy's like an indecisive girl, bro. You ask her, what do you want to eat, bro? I don't know.
I don't know. You choose.
Yeah.
He's always switching his mind, bro. He said
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to I'm leaving this summer.
Yeah.
And now that Neymar left, like, oh, I might sign another contract.
Yeah, bro.
Extension at PSG. Like, what the frick's wrong? What
Like
the
he's
what's
toying
your-
with the Madridistas, bro.
Maybe
If
we
he
can,
signs
toying
again,
with
it's done.
everyone.
we say this is a joke. I don't know how you're gonna feel about this, but I was gonna say maybe we need like them butt crack. We call them butt crack.
Them booty, bro.
Them booty. Them booty.
I never heard that one, bro.
No, group chats, bro.
There's also
I'm
them
gonna
belly
add you guys
button
to a
too.
group chat for a day. You guys are I would say from 7 a.m. to about 1 p.m. every single thing is just roast. We have Man U fans, we have Real Madrid fans, Barca fans.
Bro, how big is this group chat?
It's a 13-person group chat. We have an Inter Milan fan. One of our buddies, the Inter Milan fan.
So loud too, so annoying.
Yeah, bro.
Sometimes.
And they won't let it go.
annoying.
They'll bring it up to you when you're
Oh
like
my
you're at a
God.
booth at a club. They're whispering in your ear, "Oh, like how was today's game?"
Come
Like,
on, bro.
It's bad, bro. It's really bad.
We roast one of our guys out there, Spatty. He's a Juve fan, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
roast him so much.
It's tough for you.
They can't roast Barca here because there's 3 of us.
Yeah, you can. It's overpowered. You guys dominate him. I'll come at all angles.
But no.
That's funny. Yeah, we have an Inter fan, and when Seedorf was in town, like all the buddies, they get excited when they hear Seedorf's in town, and we bring them, and they sit on the bench and just like watch the whole
Jeez.
thing. One of our Inter buddies is like, "Yo, I don't have an AC jersey. Like, I don't know what to do.
No
Can I
way.
wear my Inter jersey?" I'm like, "Holy fuck!" I don't know how he's gonna react. Because Seedorf did play for Inter for a little bit, but
Yeah.
he's known for
Yeah.
AC.
Milan,
For
right?
sure, bro. For sure.
Especially like the 2 Milans, you can't bring an Inter jersey.
He might allow it though. I feel like what do you do? What do you do?
So that's what I was thinking. I was like, "Fuck, he's about to get me fired right now." And then he ends up walking in and like he made like a little joke to him. I forgot what he said. He like
He
ripped
said
on him.
something.
Yeah, he said something to him, but yeah, like he ended up signing it. Was super chill about it. I was like, "Holy fuck, that guy!" My best friend didn't cost me. I worked my ass off for it. But yeah, it's funny.
man.
Fucking Inter fan coming in, getting a signature from an
Yeah.
AC legend. So.
That's crazy.
No pictures though, just the
No
signature.
pictures. No,
I don't want to be seen signing this jersey.
Keep it low key.
Yeah,
That's
so-
funny.
But yo, I feel like there's no way Madrid's gonna win the league.
Whoa,
No
bro.
way.
Your
Espe-
goalie's injured, bro. Quick
especially
spot.
since
No striker.
no
Like,
number 9.
Yeah,
No,
but
no.
I really think that Vini Rodrygo combination with Jude behind them is gonna be.
Not
You need
enough.
Vini on the wing, bro.
That's what we guys haven't seen enough.
I
You
don't-
guys
I-
can
No,
see
we
it.
haven't. But
He's not a
like,
striker,
but like
though.
you were saying, Bellingham scoring
Yeah.
day in day out is not sustainable.
Mhm.
It's
It is.
very
Yeah,
not
I
sustainable.
agree. I
And
agree.
when's the last time you've seen? Because basically, Vini and Rodrigo are your strikers.
Yeah.
You haven't seen 2 strikers work very often, and especially in
Especially at Real Madrid, too.
and especially in this type of game and
Yeah.
era, right?
Yeah.
Back then, 4-4-2, 2 strikers up top. That was the usual. But now it's like wing play
Yeah.
inside.
It's early to tell because we always win our first couple games. Like I think
Yeah.
opening day La Liga, Real always has won like 10 years in a row the first match. It's usually till like match week 8, 9 where we start to drop, and then you guys always come in. With, you know,
Just
1-0,
sneakily, bro.
2-0 pedri 80-minute goal, 80th minute goals. take first spot, and that's I think it's too early to tell. I think by like week 8, week 9, we'll see like what this team is really about. Because people like at the beginning were like doubting us like
Yeah.
so hard, like we're garbage.
Nah,
But I think we're okay. I don't know if we're better than last year right now. I don't know yet, but we'll see. I'm definitely happy with the
Yeah.
signings. Arda, I don't know much about too. Like he was a recent pop off.
Fuck that guy.
I would like to see him too. We stole him from you
Stole
guys.
him from
That's
Barca,
all that
bro.
matter. We
Good
gave his
karma.
dad money.
Injury.
And he
Karma,
gets injured, bro.
everyone. I'm happy because that guy to me just like I saw so much Barca in him, like
Yeah, that's why.
everything. And then we just snuck it. We just paid his dad off and said, "Come here." And then,
That's why I'm so surprised he went
Yeah.
there.
Hey, I give you. We have Lamine Yamal.
Oh my god!
Facts,
Every
bro.
Barca fan's running with that, man.
Come
You,
on.
you guys remember the Barca days where Enzo and Vini were head to head?
Yeah, bro. Vini took over.
I was dying on
Relax.
that hill, Vini, man.
Okay.
Relax.
That'll hit hard with these guys because these guys are obsessed with Ansu Fati.
Okay, I wanna hear
Bro,
it.
he feels like a son to me, bro. Like I saw him like come up, like
Like with
nurtured him, bro.
Dembele's injuries are one thing to these guys, but
Yeah.
with Fati injuries, it's like, oh,
Okay.
nothing happened.
But isn't Dembele also like one of the most highest like transfers in Barca history?
Okay, but with Fati, let me see.
Wait, and how long has Dembele been at Barca?
6
for?
seasons?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
But
what,
when
it's
is the
his third?
end for Fati? When is the end for Fati?
He's 20.
He's 20 years old.
What do you mean, where's it at?
Okay, but when do you give up on him?
No, but usually when you're 20, you don't go like this, and then like you know what I mean. Like you're usually on a steady pace, like going
Well,
up.
he's
For
still
for
young, though.
He hasn't been
best
getting
player.
his. Unfortunately, Chavez's been playing with a freaking 5 in the midfield.
Because he's not good enough to be on the pitch.
Bro, he's fit right now.
Look,
okay,
clearly he's
I don't-
fit. He's
start
fit and
with-
he's not playing.
We can't start with this right now, man. I'm gonna go off.
No, go off, bro.
Look what
Go off.
happened yesterday's game.
Bro, he comes on, makes a
Ferran
difference.
Torres and Ansu Fati come on. What 6-8 minutes and we scored 2 goals.
Yeah, bro.
So let me get you guys aren't big of fans of Dembele at Barca because of his injuries and how he just barely played for you guys.
Yeah.
And
Inconsistent,
inconsistency.
always injured.
No. But don't act like every time he played, he didn't put a shift in.
That's
Yeah,
what I wanted
no,
to ask
every-
too.
No, he
Every
didn't.
what? One game that he played a season?
He put a shift
One
in.
season.
Yeah, okay.
There was one season where he wasn't world class. He was almost at that level. He was very, very good, getting assists, getting goals.
That was his actual only stretch of healthiness for a good amount of time.
And it's not my fault he's not injured, but I'm going based off what I see. It's not, I can't go based off what I can't see.
Okay, and what I see on the flip side,
what you saw, he was always injured.
no, what I see on the flip side is Fati injured all the time, not playing.
He was injured for what?
A year.
Last season.
Last season.
It's a long time,
I
bro.
thought
He's still only 22.
Okay, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, bro. We'll see what happens, bro.
This is his fourth season, is it not? Because he broke the first team while Messi was there.
Yeah.
So that's why he came in young, though. He came in super young.
Yeah, 17.
16, I think. Yeah, 16. He's
And he
playing.
came off blazing hot.
Yeah, he came
bro.
out blazing.
He did,
hot.
I remember.
That's why.
Like
16-year-old.
non-stop goals, bro.
Let's see what Lamine
Yamal
can do.
too.
Hopefully,
Yamal,
bro.
right?
Hopefully, man.
He's not.
He looks at
Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal. Yeah.
Don't forget it.
Moroccan kid, bro.
Okay. This is a big debate though. Who has the better young core, Madrid or Barca?
I would say Madrid right away.
Bro,
Easily?
Easily.
Better young core. Okay, you guys list off yours, and then we can list off ours.
Okay, our young core: Pedri, Gavi, Balde,
Oh, that's good.
Yamal,
Araujo.
Arajo. I guess Fati.
100%.
Yeah,
6 guys.
it's pretty good
You
core.
said
man.
Yamal already?
Yeah,
You say okay if you include Yamal.
it's a
that's
pretty good
cool.
core, man.
So what on
And
the
would you look at the Golden Boy wins? Pedri, Gavi, Balde next.
Balde's next. Watch.
Yeah, Balde's
So what's ours? We have what? We have Vini, Rodrygo, Bellingham, Chouameni, Valverde, and Camavinga.
I think
That's
if we go
just-
head to head, I think ours take yours, to be honest.
I think all 6 of those guys have the ability to be world class, all together at one point. I will say though, I rate Balde a lot, and I think Araujo is like fantastic because he brings that Barca defense back. You know, like the
Yeah.
Puyol,
bro.
you know.
Facts.
I love Araujo, and it's great. I think it's great for El Clasico that Araujo's in there. I don't want to see him injured and stuff. It's more fun. Those years, man, 2019, 2021, I don't know how you guys felt, but really didn't hit. It started to pick up last year a bit with the little, feud going on. But, yeah.
Those Coutinho and Griezmann days were not.
Yeah,
bro.
they were in
I
anything.
didn't expect anything from them. Come on.
They
let's
were
be
rough
real.
days, bro. Rough days.
Man.
But nah, man, I agree. I think Madrid have the better core, bro.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those players are like already kind of like established already.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Barca is still kind of coming up.
Right.
But obviously have world class potential, I think. But right now, I have Madrid score.
We're experienced too, bro. 4 of them World Cup Champions League winners too.
Yeah, you're not wrong, bro.
I don't know. I think the core is
You
like
guys got bounced by United in Europa last year.
but we were on the downs.
Injuries too, bro.
Injuries.
I want to ask you guys this question though. Why is it you felt like you guys lacked so heavily in European competitions last year, but in Spanish football you guys killed it?
It was just poor timing. Like
Unlucky.
when we got knocked out of UCL, we had a ton of injuries. PK was still in the starting lineup. Like PK retired after like that last UCL
Inter-
Yeah,
game.
bro.
Inter game?
After the
Yeah,
interview,
wow.
He was like pointing like
I was
that.
on my feet clapping, man. When I saw that.
Bro, it's just unfortunate. It's that, but we can't just attribute it to that. It's also mentality.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Yeah.
we've had poor mentality in
Yeah,
Europe
yeah.
past couple of years. You got to admit it.
A lot of Barca fans say that too.
Yeah,
Common theme.
poor mentality mixed with the injuries it's not a good combo, man.
Yeah.
Good recipe.
Yeah.
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 You guys are building that up.
And we got unlucky with that freaking handball.
Yeah.
Dumfries.
Oh,
Yeah, bro.
That was crazy.
I don't know how
that
that's
was
not
a
a
clear one. I
penalty.
don't know how to.
I don't know. And then I think there's a game afterwards, same thing, and they gave him a foul. They gave him the penalty. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the frick is this?
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
So
They
you
don't,
kind
get
of
that black magic. Like
yeah,
Madrid.
they don't. I'm kind of diverted to the recent transfer too. What do you guys think about Harry Kane to Bayern? Because I haven't really taken that in or really spoken about it. What do you guys think?
I thought Harry Kane was destined for Madrid at one point.
Yeah,
man.
Would you guys have wanted him?
I
there?
thought.
Oh my gosh.
Open
You
arms.
know?
In open arms.
Bro, he's
Well, not now, yeah. Now that I'm seeing the way that
In
like, our
open
team
arms,
is now.
bro.
Now that
In
Madrid's,
open
now
arms.
that Mbappe's stalling, you're like, man,
Yeah,
could have had Kane.
Mbappe's lofting, definitely, yeah. We need that number 9. We need someone that can just put the ball behind the net.
Yeah.
Well, he is the best striker in Holland.
No, you
He's up there, though.
Holland's-
Kane's up
Holland's
there.
better.
Kane
Holland's
is
better.
definitely up there, but I've just seen some international performances from Kane where I'm like, fuck, man, I don't want this.
But I
guy.
think those came down to because he was dropping down so much,
Yeah.
trying to create. I'm like, you're a
They're staying
striker.
too
Stay up
deep.
top.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
What are you doing?
Do your fucking job.
I
Yeah,
understand you do that for Spurs because Spurs don't have quality.
Yeah.
You're England, man. Stay up
Yeah.
top. But yeah.
Kane is this guy's favorite player.
He's not my
Really?
favorite
Really?
player. He's
He's your
not
favorite
my
player?
favorite player.
Okay,
I rate him, but he's not my favorite player.
We make fun of him because he has a Kane. He has a Spurs jersey with Kane on it.
Yeah, I got gifted it by you, bro.
His favorite player.
But no, it was a good move. Like he finally left Spurs. He had to leave, bro. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's been
yeah.
stuck there. obviously he was trying to gun for that most goals in the Prem record, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you need trophies at the end of the day, right? And he's not gonna win trophies at Spurs. At Bayern, a lot more likely to.
Yeah.
Most likely gonna win a Bundesliga, Champions League, maybe. You never know. But Kane made that step in his career finally, bro.
I'm more surprised of the transfer from Nike to Skechers, to be honest.
Oh
Yeah, bro. So random.
That's
So
the
random.
craziest thing I've ever. I woke up and I'm like, what the hell? This has to be like April Fool's. Bro. Skechers, what are you doing, man?
I don't know.
Yo, new wave.
Yeah.
I guess so. But yeah, I know. How much did he go for? 110?
Yeah, I think
100 and
total
something, yeah.
You think that's
total
too much?
package
I
is
think
around
that's just the right amount. A lot of people nowadays, like they pay so much for the what if. You know, the young play that what if.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like I'd rather pay that money to someone that I know will bring me
Yeah.
trophies
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like we said, like you can buy a young player for 150 mil.
Exactly.
He might turn out.
Yeah.
I'd rather go spend 150 mil for a player that's in his prime. He's gonna come on. He's gonna guarantee you goals. We saw it already. He scored 2 goals or a goal and assist his debut. This guy's gonna bring you those goals and what you need. I'd rather spend that money on that,
Yeah,
right?
the thing is now with the Saudi leagues, it's not like 150 million. Let's just say like
now it's
that
just
50 million difference. They ruin the wages now.
Yeah.
Like it's,
For real, bro.
so if you were to go for like that, that golden player, it's gonna cost an arm and a leg. But I get what you mean. I understand what you're saying. Like it's
Like I'd rather pay for someone.
Then
I'd rather pay
gamble.
more for someone that's
Exactly.
I know who's gonna bring it
yeah.
instead of gamble it on a young guy.
A lot of sports like soccer, you see it in basketball too. They're paying on potential right now, not
Yeah.
results, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, there's so many guys like 21, 22 going 60, 70 million. Like they've shown glimpses. Like what? Like what? He hasn't won anything. Why is
Exactly.
80 million British pounds? Like, come on.
Everyone wants that next Messi, next Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Why don't you just get that not Messi, but that Messi-esque player now, like someone who's
Get that world-class player already, right?
world-class
Yeah.
player, right? Like do it now.
Like, bro, Kai Havertz like went for what 65, 70
Yeah.
million. Like, I don't know, man. Like that.
That's
It's because like you said, players don't want to miss on that guy.
Yeah.
Perez missed on Neymar. Look what he did. Bought every upcoming Brazilian. Vini, Rodrygo, Endrick.
I
All
went
of them.
hunting in the favelas, bro.
Hendrick.
Good job.
Hendrick versus Vitor Roque too, coming soon.
Yeah.
Bro, that's the next like
Oh,
rivalry.
you guys talk exactly like my friend was a Barca fan. He's like, I just want Vitor Roque. Oh, it
Bro,
says
because
it every
Lewandowski's
day.
been stinking it low key, bro.
Yeah.
He's falling off a little bit, man.
Like that too.
It's only been 2 games though.
Yeah,
Cut him some slack.
Even the end of the last
I
season,
know.
bro.
Lower Disney.
So
Nah.
is it time to get into the Ronaldo Messi debate? Or I think we've all been.
Is there a debate, bro? I don't
there
know.
is a debate.
I don't know. fam.
I don't know. I want to hear what your guys' points.
No, let's start with you guys.
For me, like I
Very pushy. Very pushy over here.
I'll keep it short and
This is
sweet.
my podcast. You start.
Trying to get me to fuck up. I don't know. I'll keep it short and sweet. After the World Cup, like the accolades, you can go back and forth with, who's won more of this, who's won X amount of Champions League in a row. But like what I like base it off of, what it comes down to for me is like if I was to have a team tomorrow, and it was for let's say a Champions League final, because I think a Champions League final is way harder than a World Cup final, and I'll explain that later.
Really?
Yeah,
I've
I'll
heard
explain that.
people say this.
I'll touch
so-
on this. I'll touch on this
Yeah?
later.
Okay.
But if I was to make a team tomorrow and I had to choose one person to play on that team, I would choose Ronaldo.
Why?
7 days out, like 7 days, like fuck, I fucked that one up. I butchered
Why?
that.
though? Let us know why.
No, I just genuinely think he's a better player from the way he plays, and he's that guy to get the job done. For me, I've watched both of them since I was a kid, and yeah, it's like I stopped doing this one has X amount of trophies, this and that. If I was to make a team tomorrow, I'd choose Ronaldo. Simple as that. And like the reasons why is just I think he's a better goal scorer. I think he's a bigger aerial threat. He's just the guy. He's more of a number 9 for me, and I always admired the number 9 growing up. So yeah, that's why he's my goat.
Do you feel the same way, Soroush?
So I know after the World Cup, I can understand that there's a consensus the people's GOAT is Messi, right? Like I get that. World Cup too. We can't, like, as much as we can make fun of it in group chats, the World Cup is the World Cup. He got it. People's GOAT, I'll give it to Messi, but I can go on what Arash said too. I have a team. I have a final tomorrow. My heart has always led with wanting to choose Ronaldo over Messi in that sense. Just from the way I watched him growing up, I know Messi's brilliance doesn't take anyone to realize how brilliant he is. I want a team. I'm picking Ronaldo first. I get one pick. I'm picking Ronaldo first. That's the way I go.
Mr. Champions League, man.
Yeah.
Mr. Champions League. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'll talk about the like just between how champions for me why I think a Champions League final is way harder than a World Cup final. I compare it to FIFA a little bit.
Damn.
It's like for Champions League, these are league teams that practice with each other every single day, right? For international, they link up. Let's just say a couple months before the World Cup. They're like practicing seriously, of course. But this is why I compare it to FIFA. It's like imagine playing. This is for me like the equivalent's like if I'm playing with a 20 chemistry team on Ultimate Team. that's what the international team is to me because it's just a bunch of players from different teams, different leagues that are coming together and playing on the same national team. They could even be rivals for all we know. We've seen it happen too. Yeah. But yeah, like I link it to that and like a Champions League final is like two teams that are 33 chemistry that, you know, they've been practicing with each other every single day. Like, I just think there's way more to it in the Champions League final than a World Cup final. I understand the atmosphere, this and that. It's the most watched event in the world, whatever it is. But in terms of like difficulty, I think winning a Champions League surpasses the World Cup for sure. And it could be a hot take, but that's the FIFA analogy I bring in.
Wouldn't it be more difficult though if the chemistry is less at the national level than it is at club level?
No, but
you're playing harder teams.
and
players that are playing better.
Exactly, I do understand where you're coming from because like the way to get to the Champions League finals, you're facing the best of the best teams. Like you're getting, like you can say as an international, you can say it's hard because your team or Brazil is like based off of players that you know you have. Meanwhile, in a club, it's like players you can buy that, you know, it can fill this player. I need a right back. I'm going to get the best right back.
So that makes it easier, no?
No, but meanwhile, you're at Brazil. I need a right back. Oh, this guy's not the best, but he's the only one I have.
Yeah.
But he's talking about, like, Champions League. You're facing the best teams of the best teams that have the best players in every spot. So you're facing harder teams.
Exactly.
Basically.
Exactly.
But another point can you go, like, against what you're saying is, and I understand what you're trying to go is, you're facing teams. You're in a team that you haven't played with each other for so long.
You play a few times a month, if that, right?
And to make it to the final with that team is hard too.
Yeah, like your argument's like let's just say let's call him rusty.
Sure.
If you can play that good with a rusty team, you think the accolades way more important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's where he's coming from.
That's where I'm coming from.
Where you're coming from is you're facing harder teams to go to the final, so that's why it's harder.
Yeah, because I've always been the player
Which is a good argument too.
One argument I want to make, it's fictional, but I'm saying if Ronaldo had, and like this is an argument that gets the fucking boys heated like in the group chat, but I think if Ronaldo had the most selfless players in the world, and you guys can agree with this too, Xavi and Iniesta, I think he would have been levels past Messi. Like you guys can argue, he played with Modric, he played with all those other players, but Modric was a Ballon d'Or winner. This is someone that kind of took the spark, even though he was a selfless player, sure, but he was also someone that was contending for a Ballon d'Or from the way that he played. So my argument was, I think if Ronaldo had Xavi and Iniesta alongside him, which is fictional, obviously.
Yeah, at Ozil though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like all those. I think they're all
Xavi and Iniesta were competing for Ballon d'Ors too, though.
That one year.
Yeah.
No, but they are. But
that 1 year was nasty though. Messi, Xavi,
Iniesta. That was crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it's again like people are gonna get mad if they hear this.
No, but you're right. Like especially in those, I mean, MSN days were really good, but obviously again the main man was Messi. I mean, again, Ronaldo was the main man, but you have Bale and Benzema who can take goals from Ronaldo as well.
Exactly.
I mean, Neymar and Suarez do it too, but Neymar, Suarez, let's be real, they kind of look for Messi a bit more. Yeah. Meanwhile, Benzema and Bale are looking for a net more than anything, right?
And the reason why I say that was like when I was just playing growing up, I was always the type of person to say like, yeah, this guy's good, but if he plays alongside this guy, he's like different gravy. Like he's insane. Just because of the way that they click, the way that they play with each other. So that's another argument I made. I know you guys could tell Ronaldo fans are running out of stuff to say. Fuck, man. I bleed Ronaldo, bro. I can't say anything else. Like.
Nah, it's respectable. Oh, let's hear your corner on the GOAT debate.
Come on, ask me.
What are you guys talking about?
I love Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say, well, how do you love Ronaldo if you're a Barca fan? Yeah. I loved Ronaldo ever since Man U. When he played at Man U, that was like I fell in love with Ronaldo at that time. It was just what he did at Man U was amazing, disgusting. And when he went to Madrid, I cannot not support him. I liked him. Obviously, I don't support Madrid, but I supported him. Every time he did good, I loved when he did good. But Neymar, Messi's like next level, man.
I can respect it.
I love both, man. This debate is really hard for me, but man, if I'm like you're saying, if I have a game tomorrow, I'm picking Messi.
You're picking Messi. Okay.
Every day. You saw what he did for Miami. I mean, Miami's obviously not a good team, but he just won them a trophy. They haven't won a game in like how long?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, both players bring the level of the team up exponentially once they get to a team.
Yeah.
But I think when Messi's there, is like everyone just like Messi.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Part of who he is
The
too.
beer league or what? MLS beer league.
But yeah, it's Messi for me, man.
Okay.
All day long.
So me personally, it comes down to the question: who's the GOAT
Yeah.
and who's the boat? Best of all time. So if we're talking greatest, we talk about influence, right?
Yeah.
I say Ronaldo has more influence over people than Messi.
Oh, 100%.
More people want to be like Ronaldo.
Yeah.
More people strive to be like Ronaldo. They see his hard work, his ethic, whatever. They think they could achieve that, right? He has his celebration. He has, his stance when he takes free kicks. More people are trying to emulate Ronaldo. But the thing is with Messi, I think he's the better player. I could say Ronaldo is greater in terms of impact, but Messi's better overall
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
Dribbling,
I like arguing with
playmaking,
Messi fans.
shooting.
Yeah. I agree.
It's kind of way I look at it too.
Yeah.
It's kind of the way I look at it too.
But then again, you could say because no one can emulate Messi.
Yeah, people say it's a God-given talent.
That's why
right?
everyone wants to emulate the second best. Can't emulate the best.
And the thing is, in life, there's heroes and villains. Messi painted as the hero, Ronaldo as the villain.
You can see with ESPN, like
Yeah,
They
ESPN,
love
FC.
Messi.
Oh, they love Messi.
oh my gosh, bro, it's
They
so
do.
crazy. Especially when Ronaldo won the trophy.
Oh my God.
He's like, "Oh, but that's not the World Cup.
Yeah.
He got his own World Cup, bro.
They even
ESPN
posted a
FC.
fake tweet too. Do you see the fake tweet where it was like Ronaldo couldn't believe he didn't win the Golden
Oh,
Boot
yes.
after two
Oh,
goals?
yes.
But he was actually in shock that he got it. It was like so.
They
fake.
put a community note
Yeah,
for that
yeah,
one.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen that.
Yeah.
I've
or
seen
or
that.
when that picture of Messi supposedly dribbling the guy and he fell on the floor.
Yeah.
But it was actually a foul. He fouled him. He fell on the floor. The picture looks like the
Yeah.
picture does look like he just destroyed him.
Destroyed
Like
him.
broke his ankle, but he didn't.
My take on the debate. Look, growing up, I was a resident Ronaldo hater. I had to be.
Oh, you
Resident.
were.
I had to be.
Why? Why do you have to?
Yeah, why?
I had to represent Messi and Barca. I just had to hate. Like, I had hate in my veins for Ronaldo.
He was that guy.
It was part of my duty as a
Yeah,
Barca
you
fan,
were,
so
you
I had to. But as I grew older, I learned to respect Ronaldo because, like Matthews mentioned, a big thing for me is impact and influence, and I see how Ronaldo's influenced the people, the next gen. Like Mbappe's favorite player growing up, Ronaldo. Haaland's favorite player growing up, Ronaldo. All these guys grow up idolizing Ronaldo, and these are the top players on the planet. So you got to respect that. Do I think Messi's a better footballer? Yeah. Like they said, it's God-given talent.
Yeah.
And it's hard to emulate, which is why people try to emulate Ronaldo. He says the GOAT both thing. I say that often too, which is why neither Messi or Ronaldo are my GOATs.
You
take Neymar-
No,
Pelé.
my GOAT is Pele.
You put Pele up
Yeah.
there. Rest in peace.
Impact, performance,
strictly-
everything, bro.
Well, not strictly, but mainly due to that impact. The sport isn't where it is today without Pele.
Yeah, you base it off the
All the
culture,
skill
right?
moves, all the like impact like of the top players, all the like bicycle kicks, like step overs, all these things stem from Pele mastering those things.
Yeah.
3 World Cups, all the accolades and stuff like that, 1,000 goals, but bro, I'm just a big influence impact guy, and I think Pele did that for the game. The game is not where it is without Pele, and you'll see the top players say that. Like when Pele died, like you saw the messages come out like football is not where it is without Pele.
Yeah, he got his flowers for that.
Yeah, I'm glad he
didn't know
did.
that until like the players came out and said it. But yeah, it was definitely a big culture, like a game changer.
Yeah.
I can see where.
So in terms of 1 and 2, like best player of all time, do you have Messi, Ronaldo, or do you guys put someone else in?
A lot of people say like you can't put Maradona because you haven't seen him play or you haven't seen this, and I kind of understand it. Like my best players of all time, I have to have Ronaldo and Messi
Yeah.
up there, and then I would have Pele, Maradona, Zidane.
Yeah.
I understand the greatness that Pele has, Maradona has, but then, like a lot of people say, like if you haven't seen them play, you don't feel the real emotions. Like a lot of people back in the day, oh Maradona's the best because I've seen him play and what he does on the ball is just nasty. I didn't see that, so that's why I have to have Messi and Ronaldo at the top of my list.
Valid.
And I 100%, give praise to the best, Pele, Maradona, Zizou, and all those players. But man, when Messi and Ronaldo do to you, especially when it was Barca, Madrid, El Clásicos.
Yeah.
With them two up top,
It's religion.
We took that for granted,
We-
Facts,
yeah,
bro.
it's like you
Facts.
look back at it and you're like, man,
I can say that
What-
for Real
what was
fans
those
and
times?
Barca fans. We took that shit for granted.
100%, bro.
It was the MSN, BBC days.
Yeah.
Like, those were the days. Those were the days.
Peak,
man.
bro. Peak La
That's when
Liga.
it peaked. And then-
Peak.
That was La Liga was the best.
You think
league
that
in
was
the
peak
world.
La Liga? MSN, BBC?
La Liga was the best league in the world at that time,
Nah.
in my opinion.
I would say it was best like Pep versus Mourinho Clásicos.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
their
agree
time.
with that.
bro.
That was
their
good too. That was good too.
yeah.
The
I
beef,
like
bro,
more
that they'd
than
have.
Yeah.
Like those are bloodbaths,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Bro, like, remember like when Mourinho was like beefing with the ref that one time? He was like waiting like outside the parking garage for him, just like chilling by the car like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Different passion.
The reason I would say the 17, that area 18 was the peak was after the peak it's always a
big
downfall, right? So
Yeah.
that's why I would say that was the peak because that was the last part. It
Yeah.
peaked to that
Yeah.
point and just
Went
went
down
down
from
right
there.
after. But
Yeah.
2010 to 2013 Barca El Clásicos with Madrid.
they were nasty too.
nasty. The the Calma one. So
We
many.
dominated those Clásicos, by the
Yes,
way. 5-0, 6-2.
PK going like this, bro.
But we all see how we all show the Calma highlights. So that's it. That's it.
No, legendary
Or
moments.
the Messi when he was, I think he was getting subbed off or going on to the
Yeah,
sideline.
yeah. He's like those are tough. Those are hard, man. Those are hard.
But you guys are BBC over MSN? No.
Yeah.
Come on.
No
way.
way! Come on.
No.
Wait, we
We're
three-peated
Madrid.
the UCL.
Yeah, but you guys got to be honest with
We
yourselves.
we are.
three-peated the UCL.
Yeah, but don't talk
That's
about
That's hard
the,
to argue against, though, bro.
We three-peated the UCL.
Don't talk about the trophies
Sorry.
though.
Okay, don't talk about like MSN was so magical, man. But BBC got the results 3 in a row.
But didn't Isco start one of those finals?
he did. In the 2017 Isco started too. Bale
So
came
that's
off,
not
and Bale
BBC.
came off in 2018 too. But I still count it.
And your fan base gave no respect to Bale. You guys probably disrespected him too.
Bro, they gave no respect to Casillas when he retired, bro.
In Spain, the Spanish Madrid fans, like we're Canadians, Madrid fans. I don't know how they operate down there, really, but like they just had some vendetta against him. I don't know. I think they look at it differently, bro. I think they took it personally. Never learned Spanish, stuff like that. You know?
But I heard he actually knew Spanish, but he didn't feel like pulling it out in the interviews.
Nah. So
Yeah.
like what, Aguero?
Yeah.
Like he actually knows English, but would never do it in interviews.
Yeah, no, I would take BBC over MSN any day, but I would. But it
You guys
goes
alright,
back
you still
to
did
the
start 2 of them though.
That's not BBC then.
well, you can't count the only game.
Sure,
You can't
okay.
count
I get what you mean.
Bro, that's like BCI. That's Bic, bro. the Razors, you know?
BIC. Oh my god.
Who'd you guys lose to in 2016 UCL?
Oh, gosh.
2016. 15, 16?
You guys used to Atleti?
Atletico, yeah, when we had the horizontal.
Oh,
shit.
yeah, true.
was
We can't talk about this, man. We're gonna go back to back and forth, and then Madrid's just gonna bring up how many Champions League we have. And then we can't say anything.
Yo, how'd you guys feel during that time where like Madrid just wanted 3 in a row? Like, were you?
No,
how'd
like
you guys
I
feel?
felt sad, but then I really looked into it. Like, oh, so many offside goals against
my
Bayern.
God.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's when VAR wasn't around,
If
right?
yeah, you guys are lucky VAR wasn't around, bro.
If VAR was around, you guys wouldn't have beaten Chelsea in 09.
No, don't do that.
That
Don't
went
do
both
that.
ways.
Don't do
That
that.
game went both ways,
Don't
bro.
do that.
Handballs in that.
That game went both ways, bro.
Everyone says it. Yeah, but go to the first leg. You saw what happened first leg?
Yeah, I saw it.
You saw what happened?
My Barca friend.
It was
showed
both
me
ways, bro.
I'm glad your Barca friend showed you the first because a lot of them don't know.
There's
Not
a
even the
video on
Barca
Daily
guys.
Motion too. I don't know if you
Daily
guys
Motion?
seen it. It's
Yeah,
like the other
100%.
side. It's the other
sure,
side, the
bro.
one like Spanish of showing it. But bro, come on, that second leg was.
Yeah, but that's just making up for the first leg.
But that was
It can't
Both
sleep
legs
it
were
up.
dodgy, bro.
that was footy back then, bro. That was very rough.
It's footy now, bro. Come on.
Yeah, pretty down. Yeah,
No, it's very soft. Now,
Happy
come
year,
on.
happy
That
year. Like-
one leg, yeah, like with Bayern, yeah, the Ronaldo, crazy goal too. But yeah, offside. The other one, he was
Wasn't the other one with
millimeter
Marcelo
offside.
just
It was.
passed
It
to
was.
him?
Yeah, and then
VAR
Marcelo goes
would
like
have
this.
VAR would have called it. VAR would have called it. Yeah, VAR would have called that.
Nah,
But well, that was one leg though. Like we still like
I
got
don't
it around.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know, man.
A little dodgy,
And then there
bro.
was the last minute penalty called for us against Juve. Remember when Lucas Vazquez was
Yeah.
like one of their center backs, I forget his name, went across and said Vazquez died. We got the penalty. Ronaldo, 93rd minute, sends it through. We go through. But yeah, 3P, man.
No, like respect.
Bro, I was cursing the Zidane black magic then, bro.
What? How sad was 2019 Liverpool for you guys?
Disaster, man.
It was it was a tough time, especially as a Dembele fan.
Yeah.
I was cursing.
I had to
Dembele,
navigate
bro.
like through harsh waters those days.
You guys are lucky to have any Madrid fans in your corner just beaking at you guys, man.
But the thing is, like, even if Dembele scored that, I think Barca still would have lost, bro.
Oh no.
I feel like the
you guys talking about the first leg that Dembele missed, like at the end of the game, where
Yeah.
he could have. There were still chances in the second leg where
I know,
like
but I feel like they still would have
Suarez
lost the
and
tie,
everything.
bro. The mentality wasn't there, man.
I think the game would have.
Like, you can't just switch off on a corner like that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, those are dark times, man.
You guys
Like,
would have walked through that final.
I always say like
Easily, bro.
Messi was great that year. Messi was great that year, but
Fantastic.
the last couple years of Messi on the team,
Yeah.
bro, it was cancer, bro, because the ball would just have to go to him every time. No creativity. Like Griezmann was back passing like every
It's just Messi and
every
Ancelotti,
5
bro.
minutes.
Yeah.
That's why when Messi left, like there was a little more freedom.
Yeah.
Players were able to break out, like a Pedri. Yeah, man. Like respects for the three-peat.
So let me ask you guys: Ronaldo at Juve and Messi at PSG, who's better?
Who's better?
Ronaldo, Juve, I think.
Really? I swear they didn't win anything, bro.
Come on, no, the 2 league
won, like,
titles,
what?
Copa
Titles.
Italia,
Copa
Super
Yeah,
Copa.
but Juve were already on
What
like
did
what,
PSG
eight
win?
title win
What
streak,
did
and they got
PSG
9
win?
and 10.
What did PSG win?
They have a league, huh?
Exactly. So what? You just named 3 trophies. You just named 3 trophies.
I guess.
I mean, come
I gotta give
on.
it to Ronaldo on that one at least. I would say
Gotta
that
give it
one's
to
not even
Ronaldo.
an argument.
That's
Think
not
so?
an argument. Come on. Messi was on vacation the first season at PSG. He did
He's still
nothing.
putting up numbers though.
Yeah, it's Messi. You expect him to put him up numbers, man. But he didn't do anything special, you know?
6
I'm-
league goals.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
on.
I
Gotta give it to
guess.
Ronaldo,
I guess.
easy.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair
100%.
enough. I'm not mad with it.
What's
No, like Neymar's my guy.
We're talking about Messi or Ronaldo.
It's always bring up.
Bro, like ask me Neymar questions, bro. No, I'm joking. But maybe Ronaldo, yeah. Like as they said, Messi was kind of coasting when he was at PSG.
Yeah.
Yes, he put up numbers. So maybe like the aesthetics were better for Ronaldo. He maybe had a few more bigger moments. League titles every time. But yeah, maybe I'll say Ronaldo for that one. Why not?
I'm not mad with it, bro.
Respect.
I'm not mad with it.
We're making the footy
We're
culture.
getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. The prop starts today. The prop starts today.
I'm gonna clip that one part.
Don't you
I had a question though. Madrid UCL this year?
It's tough.
Fuck,
It's
I don't
tough.
even
It's
wanna say
tough.
anything. I don't want to jinx it. I don't think it's in question right now. I don't think they're contenders.
They're not
No,
contenders.
like finals contenders, I'm saying.
So they're not contenders.
I think it's
No,
tough,
I think
bro.
we are.
I
Well,
don't know,
go,
man.
go, go,
You, I don't want to jinx it. I feel like right now the team's way too early.
Manifest it, bro.
like what? Like when was the last time we didn't make semifinals the year after Ronaldo, the 2 years after Ronaldo, but one was COVID and the other year was just terrible.
Excuses, eh?
Since 2011, bro, we've been making the semifinals. Last year we made it. Like this year, I can see us making a run. We're European giants, but I want to win La Liga this year. I really.
I don't think that's gonna
Bro,
happen.
two
I
key
really
players
wanna
in
win La Liga.
Courtois and Militao injured, bro. It's gonna be
That's
tough,
okay.
man. It's
And
gonna be
for some
tough.
time too.
Yeah.
You guys, I remember Ancelotti's like, Lunen's not gonna be our keeper.
Yeah,
It's
he
gonna
said,
be
like, he's not good enough,
But Kepa's
bro.
garbage.
Kepa, bro, I don't know, man. All I can say is last time he was playing in Spain, he got sold for 90 million. So that's the only good part out of it.
Bro, we're seeing Kepa memes every day. in the
Yeah,
group chat.
Kepa.
Soft
wow.
ass hands,
Especially
bro.
because when we played Chelsea last year, I was like, oh my god, Kepa's so bad. Like, he's letting
you
in
got it.
goals, dude. What is this? Like, he could have done better.
Now you're getting burned in the group chat.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
on the
yeah.
squad.
The Chelsea fans we took what?
Damn, no,
Yeah.
my prediction though, bro, I got Barca winning UCL.
Stop, bro.
Come on. Really?
Stop, bro.
Did you think that last year?
Yeah.
Too? Okay.
He's delusional, bro.
No, I'm not delusional.
Yeah, you
just,
are.
I just like to manifest and be
Okay,
confident.
bro. Okay.
I'm gonna believe in my team.
But who do you actually
The
think?
thing about like, we're very different Barca fans.
Yeah.
A player starts playing bad for us, these guys badmouth them so much. These are the kind of guys that were calling Ter Stegen, Ter Standing.
Ter statue, bro. I had all the slander names on deck.
That guy.
Disrespect, bro. That's our club captain right
Okay,
now.
he turned it around, had a great season this past
No,
season.
but you got to keep that same energy.
Why?
You can't just rip players when they're playing bad.
So I'm just be like, okay, good job, you're doing well, even though they're playing like shit.
No, but you're like, you said leave my club.
Yeah, he wasn't that good.
Believe in your captain, bro. Your keeper.
Okay, he's captain now. He wasn't captain before.
He wore the armband a couple
If
times.
you have a business and one of your
Employees
is doing bad, you give them a raise, or you
Yeah.
tell them they're not doing well and step it up.
Here we go.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, but or let's say you could be
Or what?
You could be a good
Counter
manager.
offer?
No, you could be a good manager, encourage and believe in your employee.
Same Disney Channel, bro.
No,
You just gotta believe. Like what?
I would never rip on one of my players like that.
Okay, bro.
Never.
Okay,
Yeah.
bro.
Never.
That's why you're a Dembele fan. You've been with him for 6 years, and
Yeah.
look what he did to you.
Yeah, look what that did, bro.
Slapped you in the back of the head and left.
Yo, but the talent.
He didn't even apologize. He didn't even say thank you to the fans. Like in his Instagram
He
post.
left.
Yeah, you
Nothing about the fans, bro. He doesn't care about you, bro.
Okay.
The man had the audacity to go to Paris, do the medical, I think, came back to Barca,
For the camper. Yeah.
stood in a freaking. He didn't play. He was on the sidelines.
Yeah.
And then went to back to PSG.
Okay, the transfer had to
Come
go
on.
through. It took some time.
Don't wait. Then stay in freaking Paris, bro. What are you doing at Barca? Come on, man.
I mean, bro, he was still officially on the squad. He had to show up.
I don't
If anything,
care.
that's good. He's
I don't care.
He's punctual.
No, I don't care.
I don't know. It's gonna be tough for Barca to win UCL, man. I don't think I could see it anytime soon. Like not in the next couple of years, man.
I just think with Man City and
Honestly.
Bayern now, I don't know. I can see those teams winning it next year.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I could see City going back to back,
Manifested, so
bro.
Madrid's gonna take
City go back to back.
Like I know KDB's injured, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. If Haaland gets firing like he did last season, it's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna be tough.
I think a lot of teams are gonna start to react on how the Man City play. Like, if you play a very back line, stay back a lot. Haaland's not making those runs, and that's one thing that Haaland strives on.
Yeah, but he's good in the box too.
100%, 100%. I'm not saying he's not good in the box, but once you take one of his biggest parts of his play, ability to play, you just worry on the other stuff. You know what I mean? So obviously, Haaland's a world class player. I'm not saying he's not going to score 30 plus goals this year.
Yeah.
100% he is, but I think teams are starting to realize how to play against him. You see it in the finals.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
doesn't show up in finals sometimes.
They lock him out.
They lock him out.
It's lucky he plays for Man City, though, which is a world class team.
Yeah.
So they've got so much to
Exactly.
worry about.
Exactly.
But they can, yeah.
Right.
He doesn't get many touches a game, too.
No.
Like, he averages less.
So, and then if you're starting to face like a team like Madrid, it's even harder. So.
Yeah.
But I can see Man City do back to back. I like Bayern though.
Yeah, I like Bayern. I'm rooting for Bayern. This year.
I really like Kane.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna do good at Bayern.
I want
man.
Kane to prove everyone wrong. Like
Yeah,
exactly,
bro.
you say about
Exactly,
Kane. I just
exactly.
want him to like go
Facts.
into a German
Exactly.
team and just like
Especially our Dortmund friend James.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, he's like, Kane's not gonna do nothing. The Bundesliga's a lot harder than Prem. The defense is different. They're gonna defend and mark him.
Said
Like-
Bundesliga is harder than Prem.
Yeah, supposedly.
I get him in here.
Defending,
I don't know if you could quote him on that though.
defending wise, he said it's a different type of game. They're
Okay.
gonna man mark him. He's not gonna do the same thing he did at the Prem. I'm like, bro, and look what he did.
Yeah.
Goal and assist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It's going to be an exciting UCL. But as we wind down here, got one more question for the boys.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Ballon d'Or this year. Who's winning?
You got KDB, Messi, and Haaland.
You want to go first?
You're still thinking of you. I'll say Haaland. I'll say Haaland right away.
I was
I'll
gonna
give
say-
it to Haaland.
Why?
I just think he's different gravy, bro. Like, what he's done this year with his records and everything, I just think Haaland's different. I think he deserves it, but you guys have seen it over the years.
Yeah.
We all say a player, or there's two players that are like going, like it's between them two,
Yeah.
and then the other one wins it. So yeah, I think Haaland. I think Haaland for sure.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
the World Cup
World Cup,
tax is not gonna
whatever,
sway.
Yeah, no, I can't say Messi. You guys
Yeah.
can catch you saying Messi. I'm
Like,
gonna say Haaland.
I'm thinking, I think Haaland can, but also I got to think, like, how the voting goes about, what goes into it. Like, the World Cup. I know it was 7 games, too. I just think there's going to be a lot of journalists out there who just throw it to him, Like,
Yeah, bro, I can
Throw it
see
to
that.
who?
To Messi. Like, I just think they're going to give it to him, like, because of the World Cups. You're asking me realistic. I think Haaland, honestly, and, like, bro, this guy just cracked the Premier League record. Like, it's just so
Yeah.
insane. Like,
Treble as well,
winner,
bro.
too. Like,
Yeah.
why is it not even an argument? Like, it should go to him.
Yeah.
But the World Cup, like, I just think journalists are like, a lot of people out there, journalists love Messi, man,
Yeah.
so much,
Yeah.
and they want it. It's deserved if he wins it too. He won the World Cup fair. I just think Haaland, like, just look at the records he got, man.
Mm-hmm.
should be him.
He
but-
broke a lot of records.
Yeah, he broke a lot of records.
Like a
If we
lot of
just
records.
base it off
in
of
time.
like best player, like best
Mhm.
player of this year, I would give to
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
But Messi obviously won a
Yeah.
World Cup. I'm not taking it away from him.
But
Yeah.
is it even the World Cup that helps him? Because I remember when it was Messi, Iniesta, and Xavi. Spain won. Was it the Euros or the World Cup that year?
Yeah, I know that was a robbery.
So
Iniesta
like
show.
100%. No, I
No,
think
some people say. I'm
I-
glad you didn't say Schneider.
no, no.
I think either one of them should have won it, because if we're saying World Cup has a big effect to the Ballon d'Or, I think it does for sure, but I think Messi just weighs it out.
He
Like,
had
if
crazy
Messi-
numbers that year too. Bro.
Yeah, like it was Messi and Iniesta and Xavi had an amazing season, like crazy numbers. But again,
Yeah, fair.
I think Ballon d'Or is obviously World Cup is obviously favors the Ballon d'Or, but I think a Messi favors it more
Yeah,
than
yeah.
anything.
I get what
Yeah.
you're saying
You know what
for
I mean?
sure.
So like, if Messi, I feel like if Messi won all these awards, like the treble, and like Haaland won a World Cup, I think they give it to Messi.
Yeah.
You
But
think
it's
Messi gets
just-
it regardless?
It's just Messi's name, man.
Just- yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's that's what I think.
Politically,
It
I think
is.
he's just gonna win
It's
but-
also like, bro, out of all Messi seasons, the one where he actually wins the World Cup, they're not gonna give it to him.
yeah, that'd be
Long-awaited
mad,
one.
bro.
One of
That'd
those.
be mad.
after all the copas, after everything, like they gotta give it to him.
I will
after
say
that.
though, like an 8th Ballon d'Or, that's
mad,
crazy
bro.
what. But I think if he goes to Inter Miami and he proves to these American people who don't know much about football that he's the GOAT, and he wins over this untapped American market of sports fans that just don't know the Messi Ronaldo debate, that'll be the big, like, just the icing on the cake for his legacy. He has America on his side. He went to
Facts.
America and he
Yeah.
proved to them
The
that
best
he-
PR machine, bro.
it's a-
He's
it'll
gonna be
crazy.
a Ballon d'Or holder in MLS.
Yeah.
They're gonna bring the Ballon d'Or to Miami.
It's gonna get so much
all
attention.
the media is gonna be in Miami. Him with the Ballon d'Or.
Crazy. Like America's gonna
That's
be by his
crazy.
side, and that
You're gonna have the Ballon d'Or presentation at the
Yeah.
Miami Stadium. How many fans does it hold? Miami
Like 20K, bro. Not
Like
even.
15K.
That's crazy, bro.
You'd be flying drones.
Bro,
over.
usually you win a Ballon d'Or like a Madrid. You see all your fans.
Yeah.
Like, it's at Miami, 20K.
Like bringing it to
Yeah.
NMRP, bro.
bringing them just over here.
No cap.
That's mad.
But yeah, boys. Appreciate you guys pulling up.
Thanks for having
Yeah.
us, brother.
Great
We had a
debate.
blast.
That was a great time.
We love what you guys are doing with SK. Super excited to see how that grows, how that develops, how you guys kind of really take that by storm. And yeah, gotta have you back. Have more
Yeah.
cheeky
Yeah, man.
debates, you
Love
know?
to.
More chats, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
we'll be back.
we guys really appreciate what you guys are doing too for the community out here in
Appreciate
GTA,
it, bro.
Vaughan,
Thank you very
this
much.
area, bro, putting us on the map with this podcast.
Yeah.
Trying, bro. We're
Love
trying.
it, bro.
I was
Love
telling
it.
the boys too. I was like, the Footy Culture do it differently. Like they filled in a void. There's no fucking soccer podcast in the city, so you guys are doing something different, man. You guys are definitely gonna.
Thank you. Thank you.
Respects, bro.
I'm gonna manifest this for you guys. Come 2026 World Cup, you guys will be involved somehow. Someone's gonna
Jeez.
reach
We
out.
love to hear it, bro.
Someone's gonna reach
Thank
out
you,
to you
thank
guys and say, "I want you guys, covering this." I see it happening, bro.
That's our goal.
3
man.
years down the line, I see
It's one of
it
our
so
goals.
much. Just keep producing, it'll be there, man.
100%. Yeah, we gotta get you guys on. Maybe mid league.
Yeah, we'll do it
We'll
again.
see.
Yeah.
Maybe like an
Maybe El Clasico
live
watch
stream.
along,
Yeah,
bro.
watching El Clasico
Yeah,
live,
bro.
super down.
Yeah,
We've
say
done,
less,
we've done,
say less.
we've done
Super down.
live stream, so maybe we'll have you
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Because we don't have, to be honest, we don't have any Madrid fans.
Nah,
Yeah, yeah.
not really.
And
Yeah, so pull up.
More than
Yeah.
a pull up.
Be
bro.
there.
And we want
Let
to
us know.
debate. We want to get heated one day.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fun.
Let's do it. I
It'll
love
be
it.
funny.
Good boys.
But yeah,
Can I
guys.
finish it off with a
Had to sneak that in, eh?
No, but guys, make sure to check out Arash Soroush legends. Appreciate them pulling up. And be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and we the culture.
With the culture, man.
Peace.
Peace.
Thanks,
I'm worried to get
boys.
out.